everyone, Hugo from Ichiban Studio, and today I want to talk a little bit about something special. Games and Gear Kickstarter. Games and Gear Kickstarter has been running for a while now. Basically, they're doing a Kickstarter for their battle boards. It's really interesting Kickstarter. There's really cool boards that they have. They have the anima board. They have the for El Dorado board, but it's not for El Dorado, but it's designed by the guys from Cypher Studio, if I'm not mistaken. They have a Drop Zone Commander Cityscape board. They have a bunch of stuff. The link is right there. It appears here, but you cannot click on it. So the link is going to be in the description where you can go check out this Kickstarter. And it's amazing. It's funded. The respawn has been great. If you follow the Games and Gear Kickstarter in the past, they always delivered on time, so you know you're going to get your boards. But the cool thing is that it's an exclusive. I actually got the chance to get some of those boards because I have to actually paint some of them. But I wanted to, shoot a review out there to show you what the boards are for those of you that, might want it, an external opinion of the board and maybe see it differently. But basically, this is actually the El Dorado board. We're gonna go see it a little bit more in detail. This is a 2x2 piece for the El Dorado board, and I got one of the anima, I think it's that board, which is kind of like the inside of a ship, which. My initial thoughts, on the pictures, they look great. I mean, the Cityscape one was the one that turned me on the most, I guess, my painting mojo. But actually, while having this, when it came in, I was like, wow, I was blown away. I mean, the design and everything are freaking amazing, man. These boards are sick. I mean, I'm going to go, show it to you in detail. We're gonna go check out each board, but initial thoughts, these boards are solid, and especially for the price they sell it, I was like, oh my god, it's cheap. I was expecting, when I got the box was huge, to hold those, and I was expecting to lift up the box and be super heavy, and then they could still really, really light for what they are. I was also expecting, I saw the city board live at Gen Con, but I don't know, it looked a little bit, I would not say cheaper, but it looked a little bit more like flimsy plastic and stuff like that. But I didn't get the chance to hold a tile, and maybe they were a prototype at the same time. But this is the shit right there, and it's like super solid. They're really sturdy and rugged. And then after that, in the back, they are all reinforced, and then they have all these indentation in the side where the clips go in, and then you can all line up your boards together. So we're just gonna go check them out in a little bit more detail, upper view of the detail in it, and then after that we're gonna leave you to that, I guess, because I need to go paint these bad boys because I'm going on a vacation. But you'll see a video later about my vacation stuff and everything. So let's go check the boards in detail. So here we have the L-Scape board. So basically this board is kind of like a cracked earth, lava looking thing. It doesn't come painted it come pre-painted on that color that you see, but it's the only board from the Kickstarter that doesn't have colors to it. It has that really nice design that's kind of hard, unfortunately, to see really well on the camera, but has all those beveled edges in there, and as you can see me pressing, it's a very, very sturdy board. I'm putting all my weight and my pressure on it. It doesn't even move at all everywhere on the board. So the reinforcement that's underneath it is really, really working out, and it's really strong quality. I'm very impressed with it. As you can see, you cannot really see it, but everything is texturized. Even the flat areas are texturized, so your mouths won't slip on it, and it will stay really, really sturdy and nice. So really, really cool board from for the L-Scape mode. This is more of the most simplistic one of it, but it would fit more any kind of game that you have. And then these boards were designed flat, so that way that you have you can put your own texture to it if you want to, and then there's no problem with the model fitting on it. So this is really cool. All the boards in there are like this. Here we have the Anime Wars board, which is kind of like the interior of a ship. I mean, this design is really cool. I mean, to be really honest, this one at first was not my favorite design, but when I saw all the embossing live and all the cracks and everything, and then how much they would pop when you would use a wash on them, I was like, wow, I'm sold. This is really, really cool. I like the other ones. It has the texture on it, the embossed texture. Like here's like kind of like a trap and escape trap. And then you have also the sturdiness of like the previous board. It's really solid. You see me banging on it, it doesn't move. And it's really it would look like a cargo or inside of ship. It's really cool board. So I'm extremely impressed with this whole battle boards section that I received. I'm still speechless about them. Really cool product and very affordable. Here we have the Drop Zone Commander Cityscape 10mm board. It's an urban setting board. This was designed for all the 10 to 15mm games, but especially for Drop Zone Commander. You know, the way it's designed, the Drop Zone Commander building set fits really nicely. It's like cardboard buildings that you can see on the screen right now. Fits really nicely, and they were designed for that. So for all of you Drop Zone Commander player, this would actually be the perfect board for you in this Kickstarter. Here's a representation of the 28mm scale board, which is going to be the same one as the Drop Zone Commander, but the streets will be wider, and then there's, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a little bit of a higher gap from the street, and then the level of the pavement, or all the pavement, not pavement, but where the buildings are standing. So these are the designs for this board. So for everybody that wants to play urban combat, they will come painted like this, and then after that you can just slap on some building on top of it, play your favorite 28mm game like Warhammer 40k and things like that onto this board here. Here we have the Anime Wars board, which recreates the inside of a ship. So if you're playing like 40k, you could play it, but this would suit like more futuristic, you know, cartoony looking games like Relic Knights and things like that. Actually, this board was designed by the guys at Soda Pop Miniature. They designed the concept for it. So it's a really cool board inside of a ship. It looks really spacey and everything. So you could put like just a wall section to create corridors, and it will really fit this board nicely. For those of you who are leaning more towards the, you know, like kind of like more medieval things, that the last two boards are going to be more axed towards you. This is the Anima board, and basically this board is more for it's cobblestone streets, as you can see on the picture. So for all games like Malifaux, then War Machine, and then Warhammer Fantasy and things like that, this board will be more suitable for it, like kind of like a town or a village kind of deal, more into the, you know, late century, you know, old school. But basically this board will be for you. The last one of those puppy is the L-Scape board. Basically the L-Scape board was designed for games like El Dorado, and but it's a go, you know, do it all board. You know, like you see the pictures on the screen. It's a board that you will be able to have a bunch of stuff. You know, like it could fit sci-fi, and it could fit fantasy games, just because it looks like a desolated land and everything, with like some touch of chaos here and there. So you would be able to do it. The representation for the board, they wanted to make it look like hell. You know, it's hell brought back, but it has a representation of everything and can be played either in fantasy and in science fiction. So it's a really cool board too. So here's the summary of what they have so far, with the initial design and then all the designs that were unlocked via the Kickstarter. There's a bunch of other add-ons that you can add to these Kickstarter. To this, you know, if you're pledging to one of these board set, and remember it's a 6 foot by 4 foot board that you will get, and it's modular, since you can flip all the designs, you know, in any way you want. So you have multiple configuration for them. But there's a bunch of resin terrain that you can add on to it. You have terrain that was made for by Brush for Hired laser cut MDF, or it's wood terrain that you can buy exclusive to that Kickstarter, that you can add on to your pledge. And the boards, that's another cool thing, and it's worth mentioning. They start at 62 pounds. I mean, for one board, you know, 62 pounds, shipping included. So we're talking about $100. This is just $100 US shipped to your house for a board that is pre-painted. That's pretty cheap. So go check out the the link that's in the description. Definitely, if you're interested and in the market for a board, you should definitely check them out. And this was Hugo from Ichiban Studio. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on the next video. Cheers for watching.